What's up, everybody? It's Leroy Gankins here, and I'm coming at you with some more Aether Currents collection. Except today, there's none to find on the map, so all we gotta do is the quests. Yes! As always, I hope everyone's having a great day. And if not, I hope I can make it just a little bit better. Alright, let's go find our first quest, Touring Anagorasis, Part 1. Part 1. What's up, Sokals? Welcome, friend, to Anagorasis. I'm Sokals, and I manage this region under the authority of Chief Hermes, the head overseer of Elpis. And you are... how unusual. A soul-bearing familiar. A familiar must have a mission, and you offer no message and carry no cargo. Are you perhaps here for the purposes of observation? Yes, that must be it. In which case, you only need mention my name to Charmian, and she will gladly give you a tour of our domain. So can it all. Okay. I'm coming, Charmaine. Charmeleon. Charmander. Charlizard. What's up, Charmaine? Yes. What can I do for you? Zoe, is it? And Overseer Sokals wishes me to act as your guide. Oh. Oh, no, I didn't mean it like that. I'd be more happy to show you around. I'm simply wondering why the Overseer chose to send you to me, of all people. I haven't been here long myself, truth be told. Until quite recently, I was wholly engaged in a prolonged research project at the Academia in Aether. Surely there are other more experienced individuals who could provide a more comprehensive, this crumbling is hardly constructive now, is it? A task was given to me, and I will attempt to cover the most salient features of our facilities to best of my abilities. After all, it's not every day that one is asked to indulge the curiosity of such a rare and fascinating visitor. Can we commence the tour? We can commence this tour at this very moment if you like. Then let's begin. You know, rather than have me lecture you as we walk along, I think observing firsthand what we do here in Anagorasis would prove more beneficial. I will point you in the right direction, and you can question my colleagues to your heart's content. Once we've completed a circuit, we can return to speak to Overseer Sokals. Yep, okay, cool. Alright, come with me, Charmaine. We are off to see the wizard. The wonderful wizard of Anagorasis. Yo, stay hydrated, friends. Good shit. Charmaine. Oh, and who is your friend? Asm's familiar. Why? You appear so astute and deliberate in your thinking. I should very much like to make you an extended study of your composition and consciousness. Do forgive my forwardness. It is my duty to chart the behavior of familiars, and I find it ever so diverting. Arcane servants are really permitted to roam the world at will, you see, but our research here is given special, dispensation. Once the subjects are properly registered as concepts, of course. There are times when familiars are tasked with tending cattle, or must otherwise coexist with other living beings. Such projects are brought to me, and I'm responsible for observing and evaluating their potential capabilities. Oh, but of course, if Asm might grant us permission, then you could abide here for a few years while I analyze. And on that note, we really must be moving along. Step lively, Zoe. Yeah, I don't want to stay here for years, dude. I got shit to do. I got shit to do. People to save. Aether currents to get. Quest to be done. Extremes to conquer. What do we have here? A familiar of some kind, judging by your ethereal structure. Uh, yes, I am accompanying Zoe here on a tour around Anagorasis, at the behest of the Overseer. A tour? Ah, feel free to wander around as you please, of course, but I advise keeping your distance from the larger creatures. The fauna I have under observation occupy the top tier of the food chain, and I do not take kindly to intruders, and do not take kindly to intruders in their territory, especially the specimens found on the other islands. They can be exceedingly hostile. While I am sure you are quite capable of defending yourself, no one appreciates a surprise tusk through the abdomen, huh? Thank you for the warning. We will proceed with due caution. Buck. All I see is butterflies, okay? I saw butterflies, there's a goo-boo back there. What else you got? I don't see much else. There's like one of those little water spirit things from Don Meg. Hello, Charmaine. Was there something? The Overseer asked that I give this familiar a tour of the grounds, and I thought the best way to do so was to show him what we do here firsthand. I see. Well, as my work is rather difficult to demonstrate, I hope a brief explanation will suffice. Our creations are many and varied. But I mainly preside over the plant life. When it comes to watching certain grasses grow, one must be prepared to observe over the course of several years. In the case of trees, sometimes decades. Tedious, perhaps, yet necessary, plants are capable of altering an entire habitat, and their presence as a food source has an enormous influence on the local wildlife. Is that the sort of thing you wish to know? Yes, that was perfect, thank you. I think we've covered the main areas of interest. All that's left now is to speak to Overseer Sokos. So TLDR, they oversee the evaluation and overall efficiency and validity of flora and fauna. Nothing we didn't learn in the story. Nothing. We already knew this. Ah, I see you completed your tour. Almost. We spoke with those in charge of the various facets of Anagorasis, but I thought it would be fitting to end the visit where it began, with you, Overseer Sokos. I see. And what's your impression of the work we do here? It requires equal levels of passion and patience. I'm glad we could help further your worldly education. And am I glad to see you enjoy the experience, at least. I hope you did. You are truly a masterpiece of creation. Only a soul-bearing familiar could demonstrate such robust cognitive and cogitative faculties. We perhaps designed to inspire others. I feel something special has been woven into your aura. A soul. You have an intriguing presence, to say the least. Please, stay a while and share more of your thoughts with us. Yes, I second this invitation. In all the long years I've resided here, and never have I encountered such a unique entity, and one of his M's, no less. Nice. Alright, next up, we'll go ahead and go to the 12 Wonders. We have a quest here. You do have a quest there. There's a lot of side quests in this area. Like, a lot. Like, look, dude, this is sprayed with them. Just... Alright, what's up, Hippotho? You and the Aloros. Ah, what a familiar essence you have. Like that of a familiar, if you're familiar with that concept. Ah, you're funny. Oh, just my little joke, Zoe, was it? Oh, I am Hippotho. Mew. Was the bat? Yes, we're getting to that. Zoe, say hello to our familiar friend here. She is an Aloros. The Alori are one of our newest creations. Highly attuned to abnormalities in their environment. The first sign of danger, they sound the alarm, by which I mean mule, loudly. Though we do our best to observe all of our creations, Elpis is simply too large to maintain a constant vigil over each and every temperamental species. A more efficient means of detecting conflict between creatures was in order. Thus have I taken the Aloros under my wing to further develop our capabilities in this area, and she does enjoy our little walks. Today we are testing her ability to pinpoint sites of conflict. Would you like to observe? Simply tell her that the task has begun, and she'll do her utmost to locate disruptive creatures. Please do subdue any unruly subjects once you found them. We can't have beasts running amok. Mew mew. Okay, and we follow the little dude. It's like on the road again. Can't wait to get back to that road again. Bum, 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 bum. Ba, 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 ba. I really like Elpis. I think Elpis might be my chill area. Da, da. The Garden of Elpis. Fuck. I want to fight you, buddy. Go away. Mew mew. Dolores alerts you to two nearby creatures that are facing off one another. Looks at you expectantly. Alright, hold up. Instead of fighting yourselves, why don't you fight me instead? Look. And they're dead. Merp. Dub dub dub. Bum 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 bum. All right. So. All right, Hippotho, what's up? He seems quite content, but in the name of science, what were the results? As expected. Well done, little one. Magnificent creatures, the both of you. It's a shame we cannot give you a pair of tiny wings and a bell, too. But it's against protocol, I'm afraid. The Lori are enchanted with theirs at birth, so they are able to acclimate properly. I'm certain you have your own unique potential to rise to, however. In fact, why not join us for another phase of testing? Aha, I would, but no. See ya. Next up, Poitin Oikos. Bum, bum. An expected guest. Well, this is a pickle. Whatever am I to do? Please tell me you're here to deliver a message from Cleon. You are a familiar, yes? Yeah, but who the fuck is Cleon? Asm's familiar? Oh, and I do like the name, Zoe. But if you belong to Asm, then what has become to our visitor from Emerald? He was meant to arrive some time ago. Our wildlife subjects are accustomed to the presence of long-term observers, but when someone from outside of Elpis comes to visit, the reactions can somewhat be unpredictable and occasionally violent. Be so kind as to track down Cleon and see that no harm is befallen him. Visitors don't wear masks, so he should be used to a spot. And if you do happen to find him in the process of being mauled, you have my permission to terminate the offending subject. Safety first. Oh, good. It's fucking all the way in BFE. Nice. And now we run. And the music has stopped again. There it is. You talk about it, it's like, hey, I ain't gone, dude. You guys have a favorite, like, I was gonna say like place sounds, like place music, like background music just for any of the locations, but just any at all, like fights in general. You know, you guys have some favorite music? Let me know in the comments below. You're under attack. You don't want none of this bull. Oh shit. I got hit by this bull's thing and I just fucking gap closed the other one. Nice. Thank you for taking the initiative. I wasn't sure about the etiquette of destroying a creature under observation. I am Cleon, recently arrived from Emerald. I assume Maria sent you to fetch me? Let's see, well, we had best not keep her waiting any longer. Fear not, I will avoid upsetting any more of the local inhabitants. Goodbye. Bum, bum, ba, 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 ba. Oh, whoops. Alright, Mary, what's up? Zoe, thank you for seeing to the safety of our guest. Indeed, my hesitancy to act would have ended poorly had your messenger not been there to shield me. I'm certainly glad that he was. Now, shall we proceed to the business of the day? I believe you had some concerns regarding your personal creations. Yes, as embarrassing as it is to admit, I was worried that the concepts I registered with the Bureau of the Architect may not be fit for release in the wild. Oh, you needn't feel embarrassed. You wouldn't be the first visitor we've had who's expressed difficulty in helping their children leave the nest. We can look in on them right now if you like. I should like that very much, but I do have one request. When you swooped in to rescue me from that beast, I was treated to an impressive display of battle prowess. Indeed, with your strength and instinct, would be the perfect candidate to evaluate the worth of my modest creations. I must insist you join us. What a fascinating notion. Yes, I quite agree with your assessment. We'll do it together, whenever you're ready, Zoe. Oh, absolutely, I will be totally down to go do other killing of the monsters, maybe. Goodbye. We have one more quest to do. It's all the way down. This should be the last, Aether current thing for here. The perks of being a lost flower. You're a visitor too, aren't you? Perhaps you might be willing to help me. Did you happen to see a blue-haired woman in the area? She wouldn't have been wearing a mask. I see, so she and I are students of Academia Niter, and we had intended to spend our downtime visiting Elpis together. We were just on our way when she realized she forgot something back in Anagorasis, so she ran back. That was the last I saw of her. She can be a bit, how shall I put it, scatterbrained. So she may as well have simply got lost on her way back. I'd rather not search for her myself, for what if she comes back while I'm away. So if it isn't too much trouble, perhaps you would be so kind as to look for her? Sure. Like us, she won't be wearing a mask, and so she should stand out a touch. You will find her in the area of Philiomythes Notice, in all likelihood. If you come across her, can you help her out a bit? Make sure she comes back? Alright, to Anagorasis. Wow. Bum 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 ba da. Alright, what you got? Yes, can I help you? Oh wait, do you need directions somewhere? Not to be rude, but I beg of you. Ask someone else. I happen to be lost myself. What was that? A woman asked you to come find me? That would be my friend, no doubt. How embarrassing. I had hoped to keep this hopelessly directionless side of myself under wraps. I felt terrible leaving her like that, but I had clean forgotten a task from which one of my professors. I rushed back to collect the item that was asked for, which I found, thankfully, but got rather turned around when attempting to return. But don't you worry about me. I'll be just fine on my own. Now, if I'm right, then following this road east will lead me to the teleporter, I think. I mean, I know. I have business with your friend anyway. I can escort you. You mean it, truly? Well, that is... I mean, if you're heading in that direction anyway, I don't see why I shouldn't tag along. Oh no, please, after you. If I'm able to get as far as the teleporter that connects to Poitin Oikos, I should be able to make the remainder of the trip my own. Now then, would you mind? Oh, yeah. And now we have to go to the teleporter. No. Bum 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 ba 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 ba. Sorry. Yeah, I definitely like Elpis. Like Elpis is probably like the area that I would see myself chilling in a lot. Cause like the music's really tranquil too. Bum bum ba ba ba. Here you are, the teleporter. What a relief to see a familiar sight. I should be alright without you now. After all, it's just a straight shot from here to Boyton Oikos. Goodness, the earful I'm going to get from my friend. Kept her waiting far too long. Oh, I really should hurry. She has owed an explanation and a heartfelt apology. Do come see us, though. I would like to thank you properly. Haikar told her I had business with her friend, and she was like, oh, you know, if you just got me the teleporter, I don't need your ass no more. And I was like, I'm going there anyway. Hop on the mount. Be okay. Hey, you know what? Less escorting I gotta do. That's a dub. That's a win. Thank you for your help. Truth be told, when my friend first dashed off, I had assumed it was because she forgot an assignment from Mitrion. Lo and behold, I was right. We are studying at the words of Mitrion in Academia Niter, learning all we can about the engendering of aquatic life from that self-same master. Honestly, though, I have no idea why Mitrion would ask me to procure a flower of all things, and one that's still undergoing testing in Elpis. It's very beautiful, yes, but what's it got to do with itch theology? Well, nothing, but that's the point, surely. It must be intended as a present, one meant for Blogriff. Mishrin is hopelessly enamored, as we all know. We do. This is certainly news to me. Though, now that you mention it, I suppose I've seen sparks between them. I wonder why I'd never noticed before. That settles it. We need to hurry back and begin an in-depth observation of their romantic entanglements. I can't believe I've wasted all this valuable research time lost amongst the trees. And I would have wasted even more if not for you, good sir. Now that my friend and I are together again, we can get back to Academia and deliver the flower to Mitrion before it wilts. Ah, but before we rush off, a reward. You certainly deserve it. Hell yeah. Ba, ba, ba. There it is, free bird, Elpis. And we got frequent flyer 4 because I've already done the other one. Other currents. There it is. There it is. Look at that. And we're gonna go all the way up. Have a grand view of Elpis in its entirety. I'm definitely gonna be chilling here for a large portion. If nothing else, then to sightsee at least. Guys, as always, thank you for watching. If you enjoy this kind of content, please let me know by leaving a like, comment, subscribing, whatever you want to do. Thanks as always. Until next time, have a great day.